Once upon a time, in a busy city, there lived a rich man named Jake. He had everything, fancy cars, a big house, and a lot of money. But despite all his wealth, Jake felt lonely. He knew that people only saw his money, not his heart. He had been in many relationships, but none of the women truly loved him. They were all attracted to his wealth, not to the person he was inside. One day, Jake had an idea. He would leave his luxurious life and pretend to be a poor man. He thought that if he could meet someone who would care for him when he appeared poor, that person might truly love him. Jake told his parents about his plan. They were worried and tried to talk him out of it, but Jake was determined. Jake left his mansion and traveled to a small village far from the city. He dressed in old, torn clothes and pretended to be a beggar. He found a quiet street corner and started to beg. He felt nervous and vulnerable, but he was determined to find real love. For days, Jake sat on the street watching people pass by. Most people didn't even look at him. He had never felt so invisible in his life. But then, one day, a girl named Lily walked by. Lily was different. She was kind and had a gentle spirit. Her family was poor, but she always found a way to smile. Lily noticed Jake sitting in his corner, looking tired and hungry. She stopped and bent down to look into his eyes. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice full of concern. Jake was surprised. It had been days since anyone had spoken to him. "I'm just trying to get by," he said, trying to sound weak. Lily looked into her small purse. She didn't have much money, but she handed him a little. "I know it's not much, but it's all I have right now," she said. Jake felt a lump in his throat. Her kindness touched him, in a way that money never had. "Thank you," he whispered. Lily hurried home, her heart still heavy with concern for the beggar. She told her father about Jake. Her father, a hard-working man named Sam, was moved by her story. "Bring him home," Sam said. "We'll find a way to help him." Lily went back to Jake and invited him to stay at their home. Jake was touched by their kindness. For the first time, he felt truly cared for. Over the next few days, Lily and her father took care of Jake. They helped him with his daily needs and made him feel welcome. Jake was funny and smart, and he found himself laughing more than he had in years. One evening, as they sat together, Lily asked, "How did you end up on the streets?" Jake hesitated, but decided to tell her the truth. He explained that he was actually a rich man, looking for true love. Lily was shocked, but understood his reason. She admired his bravery, but things took a turn when a wealthy young man from the city, named Mark, approached Lily. Mark had been trying to win Lily's heart for months, but she always rejected his advances. Mark, determined to win Lily, offered her expensive gifts and promises of a luxurious life. But Lily remained firm. She cared for Jake and didn't want anything to do with Mark. Mark, angry and jealous, decided to find out more about Jake. One day, Mark discovered Jake's true identity and exposed him in front of the whole village. People were shocked. Lily felt betrayed. She had started to care deeply for Jake. "Why did you lie to us?" she asked, tears in her eyes. Jake tried to explain. He never meant to hurt anyone. He was just looking for someone who would love him for who he was, not for his money. But Lily's father was furious. "You used us," Sam said, his voice filled with anger. "We trusted you." Feeling ashamed, Jake decided to leave the village. He packed his things and said goodbye to Lily and her father. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice breaking. "I never meant to hurt you." Back in the city, Jake felt more alone than ever. He realized that love and kindness were more valuable than all the wealth in the world. He missed Lily and her father's warmth and genuine care. One day, Lily came to the city to find Jake. She had forgiven him and wanted to give him another chance. "I believe in second chances," she said, smiling. Jake was overjoyed. He promised to never lie again and to always cherish the people who truly cared for him. Jake and Lily returned to the city, where they lived a happy life. Jake learned that real happiness comes from love and kindness, not from wealth and luxury. And they lived happily ever after.